Hi all, welcome to the video. And in the last video we basically saw what are missing NA or blank values in R and what are the different things we can do, how we can calculate number of missing values, how we can calculate at which position in a given vector is the NA or missing value present. And later on in that video we talked about a data frame from dplyr package, which is Star Wars, and it had couple of columns where there were any or missing values. We basically talked about the total number of or total count of missing records in a particular column across the Star Wars data set. If we just take a recap, so if you see, uh, uh, we can see that there are different columns across which the total count of missing or NA records are present in some of NA column. Now let's say we want to replace these values with certain meaningful metrics. As you know that before any analysis we need to treat them so that it doesn't bias our results. So what we need to do, we need to replace them. Now in any analysis or project there are mainly two types of variables. One is the categorical variable and the other is a numeric variable. In case of a numeric variable, if there is a missing value or NA, we will just replace it with the mean. And for a categorical variable, if there are missing values or NA, we'll just replace it with the mode, the unique value which occurs most of the times in that particular categorical column. So what are the columns that have more than one missing or more than or what are the columns in general which have missing values in them? So these are the columns which are represented by required.columns vector. Now what we will do, we'll loop through each of the columns in the data frame. We'll check if the column name is equal to height or mass. So essentially height and mass are the columns which are numeric. All the other columns in the required.columns vector are categorical in nature. So we'll just loop through it, and this will basically replace all the values with corresponding mean for numeric and mode for a categorical variable. Just to give you an example, let's say I take j as let's say height. So what I will do, I will calculate the mean. So temp is the mean, which will give me the mean of height column, and then this will this particular section gives me the height column within the data frame df, and these give me the total these gives me the position at which there are NA values. Then I will basically assign these values to uh, the mean, which is temp. So I will just do that. If I now do a df of j, I will not get any missing or blank values, as you can see. uh, to give you a particular example where these values have been replaced, so look at this instance. This has been replaced, so last couple of values in that particular column were blank or NA. So we'll just loop through the different columns of df, and then we'll basically replace it with either a mean or a mode. Now let's say we have to check if the imputations or replacement have been made. So we'll just again uh, run the for loop that we had earlier used to get the count of NA within a particular column. So if you see, basically now there are no null records or missing values or NA within a particular column. So here basically we learned how we can do certain meaningful imputations, even though these imputations are very naive in nature, but these gives a basic start, or we can come up to speed on any analysis if we just follow these points.